All right. So, I don't know. I got 858 right now. So I don't know if we can hear me or whatnot, but let's see here. Can we hear me? Anybody? Alrighty, alrighty. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna start here and try and get this going. Get you on screen share. Hey, hon. Honey, can you get my phone? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. All right. Okay. Anybody here? No, no, no. All right. Well, I'm going to start because this is something that I've always really kind of wanted to learn how to do and try and do. And since, I did have a few invites go out, nobody really remembered that it's at 9 o'clock, so I'm not too concerned. Kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Well, today I want to kind of talk about a little bit about what we do uh, here in the industry, and it's really kind of something that I've always really kind of wanted to talk about. And it's something my wife actually loves saying this to me. And I used to do it all the time. And it's called Stop Drinking the Juice, and it's something that we can all learn from. It's kind of the shiny ball syndrome. We always want to really jump to the next biggest thing, look at the newest biggest thing, try and find the next $1 million idea. Well, guess what, guys? It's not out there. It's not out there because there's so many things that you need to do as an internet marketer that is so hard to do. And I think ultimately we can see where we can go wrong here. And I think that's something that this will be a great thing for. And we can try to do this. Alrighty. Make your broadcasting, adjusting guest volume in the video. I don't know what this is. Reject any bad actors. Okay. Can I get my phone? Can you log on? Can you log on?
No.
Just go to your email and click the link.
You send it to me?
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see here.
What does it say?
It should get an email from me. So this is what it is. This is where we're at. I just kind of wanted to. Is there a link in the email?
You didn't send me anything.
I did send you an email.
What would it say?
I'm not sure. Ron got the email? Check in your other folder. The middle one.
Magic Cast, I found it. Is Ron not gone?
Ron just emailed me, sent me a message on Facebook saying, where should I go? Is there a link there?
Are you going? Yes. All you did was invite me.
Is there a link?
Plus. No, there's no link. Look.
You ready? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Alrighty. Ron just emailed me, sent me a message. Alright.
Alright, so you.
Is there a link?
Like, I won't be able to talk to you from here.
Does it switch? Alrighty, let's see here. Cameraman, I don't know. We're gonna try this out right now. Alrighty, we're gonna try this out. So I'll start over. I think I got a couple other people on their way, but we'll start. You know, the topic of the conversation tonight is stop drinking the juice, and something we've all know that we do, and we can't help ourselves. But what it is I'll get into this one right here. Alrighty, I think I got two people on right now, which is fantastic. I think my buddy, my partner Ron showed up, which is awesome, and I appreciate you coming out. And we'll see who else comes. Right now, I got you on screen share. I can take you off just to say hi. How you doing? What's going on? Let's see. I don't even. It's my first hangout here, guys. So you got to bear with me, and I got to see whether I can add some video or not. No. Let's see here. If I can. I was hoping to try. Let's see if I can get a chat going here. Alrighty. Did we get a chat up here on the side? Alrighty, let's see if I can. That's annoying. Alrighty. Let me go over here. Alrighty. I think I'm here. I think I'm here. I think I'm here. I think I'm here. Let's go here again. And we're back on. Alrighty. Honey, is there a chat box on the right-hand side there? I just want to say hello to everybody. Hello. I just lost another viewer. Awesome. Cool. Anyway, we'll get back to it. Stop drinking the juice. Let's do this. And we will try and get started here. So we'll get us back on screen share. I'm going to get you guys on this. And it's right here. So, you know, the first part that I wanted to start with right now is the lifestyle action guide overview. And this is what we're going to be using tonight for the purposes that I have going on tonight. If everybody can see it correctly, please let me know. If you can't, again, please let me know. You know, you want to. The first thing I like to do with people is I like to have my list of questions to new prospects. Certain questions of where they see themselves, or what kind of opportunities are they doing, or how long have they been in the business. You know, simple, direct questions. It doesn't matter to me. Be truthful if they're a day old or not. You know, if they've been in it for 15 years, I still want to know about them. I still want to find out about them. You want to create that list, and you want to use the same list every time. Don't just make the questions up off the top of your head. You always need to make sure you lay out a plan for your potential prospects. You know, it shows that you will have a much better understanding for your people and your team, that you get a grasp as to what they're doing. So we're going to cover that tonight. Again, have them outline their goals and dreams. something that is very, very, very important, that they need to see the expectation as to where they want to be, whether it's in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, so on and so forth. You want to make sure that they have that in mind. Um, the next, you want to give them a deadline for completion so you can mastermind about it, so you can talk about it, so you can go over these things. You really want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. You don't want people that are going to give you 110% the first day and then you don't hear from them for months. You want to make sure that they understand that this is your job. This is what you do for a living. This is how you pay your rent. This is how you pay your bills. These are the things that are very, very important to you. And you make sure that you hold them to it. When you follow up, be sure to take notes and hold them accountable to the responses. That's a key point right there is accountability. A lot of people think in this business that it's hey, no big deal, but I got taken care of. This, you hear so many times when you start working at home, you need to treat it like a business. If it's not your business, it's going to fail. You need to treat it that way. If you don't treat it that way, then it's going to be a problem, and that's what we're going to go over tonight. So we'll get into that's our overview as to what our game plan for tonight is. I also have a few things at the end. If you guys are on, please let me know you should have a chat on the right hand side of your screen, and if you don't, please let me know. Alrighty, so we're gonna get on to the next page. Alrighty, so I stopped drinking the juice. Great. Alrighty, so my next page right now is this. Alrighty, create a list of questions for your new prospects. Something that we talked about, something you want to see. This is really to understand who they are as a person, where they come from, what's their background, are they doing this full-time, part-time. You want to know. It's just like an interview. You want to know who you're hiring, who you're dealing. You're not their boss. You can't sit there, hire and fire them. So if they produce, great, they're awesome, rock stars, phenomenal. But if they don't, I mean, it's not necessarily up to you to sit there and hold their hand and carry them through it. I think it's something that needs to know when they get into this business. We're adults. We can handle ourselves. There's no sugarcoating anything. If you're gonna do the game, be in it. Kind of saying, can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. And I gotta tell you, I'll show you when we're done here, but I'm in the kitchen today and I burned myself, so I got out the kitchen. But anyway, the list you want to give them and what you want to do for them, it shouldn't take long. It's not a 1 or 2 day project. Give it to them 10, 15, 20 minutes, no longer. Make sure it's there, done, and you move on. That way we can all get on the same page. And the better thing is I like to do this with the people that are about to join. Maybe they've just joined. And if you can do a group thing like you do here on the Hangout or what have you, that'd probably be ideal. If you can't, then do a Skype, do a phone call. Make sure that they know that you're there for them. Next, you want them to tap into their inner self. You want them to reach inside. You want them to really kind of think about it as to why they're doing it, what they're doing about and for. What's their why? Who are they? Do they have kids? Do they have parents in the hospital? Do they need money tomorrow? And if they need money tomorrow, then I don't know. It's that's all well and good, but we all need money tomorrow, but it's not going to happen that way. There's a lot of work that goes into this business, and me being one of them, I've come from that area. I've come from that idea of well, I need to make money. I need to have it, and it doesn't work that way. I've come a long way in my beliefs and how I handle myself in this business. And I think by stepping out here and do this, the first of many, and I know it's going to be rough, so I apologize and I thank you for all coming out, whoever watches this. I hope that we will go in and see some more things. Again, guys, there's a chat here on the side. If you can do that, let me know. If you can't, then don't worry about it. Anybody? Have them tell them again what brought them to your opportunity. What was it about you, the company, the comp plan, the mindset of where they want to be and how they can contribute, what appealed to them so much? This is what you want to do, and you want to bring to them and say, this is what it was. I know what it was for my company, and I'm not here to pitch anybody. I'm not gonna sit here and try and sell you anything. But the thing that brought me to my company, aside from the amazing comp plan that we have, is I got to see my sponsor. I got to see the leaders. I got to speak with them. I got to see who they were. I heard the voice. I saw the face. I put the voice with the face. You know how in all the companies that I've joined and been with, you know how nice that was? That I was able to actually interact with the owner and the founder of the company. It was unreal. It made me feel phenomenal about what I was doing and who I was getting into it with. So I think that what brought them to your op is key. And if it was you, great. That's ideally what we want it to be. Do you see the chat on the side?
No, I'm on my phone. When I do it on my phone, it goes straight to YouTube.
But is it live?
Yeah, it's live. It says live on the side.
Do you hear me saying, hey, if there's a chat on the side?
Yeah, I can hear you saying all that, but my phone is dying. I had to get out.
So there's a charger right over there. Sorry, guys. Like I said, this is new, and I think it does it come through all right on the screen? Yeah,
fine.
Great, perfect, clear,
perfectly clear.
Awesome. So for those of you that are still on the line, I appreciate it, and bear with me. I covered that, and I wanted to really make sure that the questions that you ask them is direct, to the point, quick, but heartfelt. Make them look inside and what is the true reason that you guys are doing this. Alrighty, we'll go on to the next one here. Goals, dreams, expectations, and motivators. This is probably one of my favorite ones here, and I will get into this again right now. Tapping into your team's 4 desires. This will help you grow and build a successful team exponentially. If you take the time, and whether it's 5 people, 10 people, 15 people, nowadays with the MLMs and the businesses out there, it doesn't take a team of 5,000 people to make good money. What it is taking your 2 people that you bring on and you working with them and building them, and once they've grasped what you're doing and how you do it, it's really amazing. My sponsor, Ron is a great guy, and he's been with me, right there alongside. We talk daily. We bounce ideas off each other. I think with him being right there, and he's asked me these questions, and he asks me every day as to what's going on, who we talking to, how we doing, where we going, blah blah blah, and I think he's somebody that doesn't have yet the ability, but we're determined to get him there. But you know, he's somebody that's still working a job, and we want to get him out of it, and we're going to. You know, he doesn't know this yet, but he might be on the call tonight. I don't know if he was able to log in, but my goal is for him by the end of the year that he's not going to need to go back, because we are going to be rocking and rolling, and that's that. You know, so if you are there, Ron, thumbs up, hands out, you know, fist pump, whatever you want to call it, man. We're going to do it, and I got confidence in it. We just got to get the people out there and see what's going on. You want to tap into those four desires, the goals, the dreams, the expectations, and the motivators. The goals, everybody knows what goals are. I'm not telling you to set goals. I'm telling you just hear what they are. What are their goals? The dreams. You know, what is your wildest dream that you want to do once you're successful? Once you have that money, once you have that ability to pick up and go wherever you want. I think that's huge. Expectations. What are they planning taking out of the business? What are they expecting to make $10 million overnight? If it is, then you as the leader need to go and pop that bubble. It ain't gonna happen. The people have been doing this for 30 years and can't make $10 million a night. Can they make 20,000? Sure, and that's great money. But you want to make sure it's with the right company and be able to do the right things. And that's from having a group of people that truly believe in you as the leader and are willing to jump off a cliff if you tell them they can fly. And that's really what it's all about. Motivators. I know my motivators. There's another video on here on YouTube that you could probably see my motivators. You know, there's four of them. There's one little munchkin that actually just turned 4 this past week. My other baby girl who's 7, and my son who's a preteen, and he's you know, he's getting anybody that's got a preteen or a teenager, 13, 14-year-old can probably go and communicate with me there as to what's going on with that, because that's when you guys see me later, you'll understand. I got some full of gray hairs on my face and my head and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's important. You know, the next thing you want to do for your team, it's so incredibly important, so incredibly important, is you want to work with them to envision themselves with the dream home, the exotic car, debt-free life, worldwide vacations. You want them to see that stuff before they attain it. You want them to call you and say, hey, Matt, listen, I want to just tell you that I had a dream last night, and it's something that, hey, may be crazy, maybe cliche, what have you, but you and I were driving down Sunset Boulevard, and, you know, you were in a nice red, you know, Spider, and, you know, I was in a, you know, neon blue Lamborghini. I mean, you want that. I mean, you know what makes me drive besides my 3 little ones and my wife is to have that phone stop ringing from those freaking creditors. I don't know about you guys, but that's for me. That the debt-free life is something that, listen, I was young and stupid just like everybody else, but, you know, I created some debt, and, you know, God willing, and my hard work and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of it, and I'm close to it. Worldwide vacations, to me, it's phenomenal. You know, me and my family, we just got to spend 2 years in Puerto Rico. I was working at the time, and we had a blast, you know, and it was just, to me, I was on vacation for 2 years. You know, 10 minutes from the beach, the mountains, the fruit, the people, the culture. It was just phenomenal. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I know my wife is probably cringing right now hearing that, but it is what it is. You know, but there are places in this world that I would love to do. I would love to go to the Amazon and go fishing. I don't know, call me crazy. My wife's sitting there jumping up and down right now being like, I'm going to kill you. Why did you just say that? You never said that before. I know. But whatever. It is what it is. Exotic cars. I love myself a car. I love myself a good exotic car. Nice. Even an American. Nice big truck. I've always wanted a Yukon Denali. It's not crazy expensive, but those are my things. You got to envision yourself with those. You got to tell your team. What one thing that one of my trainings in a company that I was with was, we did this dreamscaping exercise, and those of you out there that know it, um, it's a great exercise. And I'll share it one day with us here. It's one of those things where it's like you stop and you think and you write out the 5 most exotic places you want to be. The top 5 things you want to do when you're able to do them monetarily. The top 5 places you want to travel, and you hang that up. And I kid you not, I still have it hanging. It's a great motivator. There's a couple things that I've crossed off, not many, but I'm gonna get there. Especially now, with my boy Ron, we're gonna take this by storm. Um, then the expectations of where they see themselves in 6 months, a year from now. What is their work ethic? To me, I'm an ex-chef or a chef, executive chef, somewhat semi-retired. My wife is chomping at the bit for me to go back to work, but I am choosing not to, um, and I'm going to hold out for as long as I possibly can. Uh, but it's the work ethic. Are you willing to put the work in? The people that put in, are doing this part time and can put in 2, 3 hours a night. It's great. It's what you can put into it. But guess what? It's 2, 3, 4 hours a night every night, 6 days a week, 7 days a week if you have to. That's what it is. It's not 2 to 3 hours a night once a week. It's not going to work. It's not going to take off. It's not going to. I mean, I don't want to beat you guys up, but it's not what it's going to do for you. You need to understand that it's going to take so much more than that. Just think of when you started your career. I know me, food industry. Listen, 18 years ago, I decided I wasn't going to college. Great, no big deal. So I was waiting tables at a restaurant, and I said, I'm not going to college. I got to pick up a second job. I chose to. My parents didn't tell me. My mother didn't tell me. My father didn't tell me. Nobody told me, but I chose to. So I go in, and I get a job at a wine and liquor store, and it was just going into renovation. And there was this kid there, Brian, and he really kind of brought me on. I interviewed with him for a minute. My first week at work, every 2 seconds, these people were calling his name. Brian this, Brian that, Brian, grab me a case of this. Brian, where's this? Brian, where's that? And I literally looked at him in the first week, and I looked at him and I said, give me 6 months and I'm going to take your job. Huh? Yeah. In 6 months, I'm going to have your job. No, okay. Well, I'm just, like I'm that kind of guy that I'm going to call it out and tell you how it is. Okay, it wasn't 6 months. It was 4. 4 months. I was leading a team of 12 guys. It wasn't a big job. I mean, it was a stock boy manager at a enormous liquor store that held wine, and after the renovation, it was a wine store that held liquor. They made a great transformation, and I was there, and I was a part of it. And within 4 months, Matt, what is this? Matt, what's this? Matt, we got a truck of 500 cases. It's got to get put away. Okay, no problem. So when we made that transformation, I'll give you a little bit of background on myself on a little tangent. Sorry. It was something like we started doing these wine tastings, these Tuesday night wine dinners in the store, and we needed to pour some wine, and they were looking for people that could pour wine, and I'm sitting there. Well, okay, yeah, I can pour wine. I used to wait tables. All right, well, yeah, cool. Give it a shot. And that was really the end of it because I fell in love with what I was doing. It might have been putting boxes away. But then it took me to a whole nother level of what I could do with this industry and with the business of, hospitality, food and wine. And it all started by, you know, pouring some wine at a wine dinner. And I got to taste some of the best wines ever made. I got to meet some of the most extraordinary people in the wine business. I got to travel beyond belief in the wine business. Uh, Give me 1 second here. I'm getting. All right. Well, we actually just had one person kind of have to fall off. I guess something else went wrong with the audio. If you guys or anybody else is having an issue with the audio, please let me know. Send me a message on Facebook. I got my phone right next to me. I'm on the phone with Erica right now. Erica, I will absolutely let you know, and this will be recorded on YouTube and what have you, so you can come back and check it out. Thanks for coming out. Um, where was I? So really, with that, I was doing that for about 4 years, 3.5 years, and from there, about 3 months later, I started going to wine tastings with the business in the city, in the suburbs, where have you. I grew up in Westchester County, New York, by the way, just outside of New York City, um, about 30 minutes north of the city, and it was a lot of fun, good times, and so really from there I got approached to get into sales, and that's kind of my first inclination, welcoming to sales. And I think that ultimately I didn't really do very well with sales aspect of the wine business because it was sales, and there were certain things that we needed to buy and we needed to sell, and I got into it from a passion. Where I started to get into sales, the passion kind of went away. So, okay, no big deal. Got out of that. Then I said, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I got a job at Trump National Golf Club, which is in Westchester, in a town called Briarclough, and I started working for Donald himself. And that's really where I got into the first taste of cooking. My chef there, Chris Devine, great guy, culinary graduate. I was hired there as a beverage manager, restaurant manager. I had a team of maybe 6 or 7, 10 girls that I had to manage, write a schedule for, do their payroll, all that kind of fun stuff. But then again, I got to meet the who's who of the business world. I met the owners of the Intrepid. You guys know what the USS Intrepid is. It's pretty cool. I got to meet them. I got to meet other huge names in hedge funds and the business world. And I was doing that for about 2 seasons, and then I get a phone call right as we're closing down the clubhouse for the season, and my chef tells me, "Hey, listen, I need you down here in the city. We're going to open up a restaurant in Trump Towers." Okay, great. When do you want me down there? Tomorrow, 6 a.m. All right, great, cool, awesome. I'll be there. Okay, so I get down there. Hey, listen, this is great. Nice space. Got tables, got chairs. That's cool. You got pots and pans in the kitchen. That's awesome, chef. What are we gonna do? When are we opening? Oh, we're gonna do a test run on Friday. Friday. Chef, it's Monday. He goes, yeah, I know. What? Oh man. All right. Well, this is the thing. Pressure, work ethic, motivation. You guys have no idea. I pulled out every contact that I ever created in the industry. I said, I'm doing this. I need you here. I'm doing this. I had every distributor, every person that I ever spoke with came through for me. I had all my meetings set up for Tuesday. I had all my product delivered by Wednesday. I had all my staff hired and in the door on Thursday. Crash course all day Thursday, Thursday night, and Friday morning when I got there to work, whoo, it was fun. Let me tell you, it's the pressure, it's the motivation, it's the heat on, excuse me, but the heat on your ass. It just makes the fire just drives you and drives you, and that's the work ethic that it takes to build a business. Whether it's online, offline, it doesn't matter. You need to have that. You need to have the expectations. You need to have the motivators. You need to have the dreams to see yourself come through it. And you know what? I'm going to bring it into it and I'll wrap it up. And um, with the story of my life, but it's I was with them for about 2 years doing that. It was the week before Thanksgiving that we opened that restaurant in Trump Towers in New York City. If you guys have ever been to Trump Towers during the holidays, I'm sure you guys can probably attest to what I just said. Mob scene, mob scene. And you guys are gonna laugh. This is when Tower Records, who knows Towers Records, it was still in the basement of Trump Towers. Unreal. So, I worked with them for a couple of years, and it got to the point where, Mr. Trump was an amazing guy, but he got rich for a reason. So, it was time for me to move on, time for me to better my career, and I actually went into managing a much larger restaurant, much busier restaurant. It's right on the corner of 46 and Broadway in Manhattan. TGI Fridays, I'm sure you guys know it well. And there was unreal. I was there for about 5 years. Then I had my baby, my first baby girl, and I had to get the kids out of the city. Wasn't going to be bringing them up there and whatnot, so we moved back up into Westchester. Got a job with P.F. Chang's, and P.F. Chang's we spent the last 8 years with. That's where who I was with in Puerto Rico. Became a culinary partner, executive chef with the company, and really kind of just drove myself to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And don't get me wrong, there was years that I was making great money, but the satisfaction kind of lost. I was missing so much time and with my family and my girls, seeing them grow up and all that stuff. So it just was. We got back from Puerto Rico, settled down in Florida, and I was working for a little while when we got here in Florida, but it was time to do our own thing. So that's goals, dreams, expectations, motivators. Guys, you just learned a lot about me, and that's just what you want to learn about your team. You want to know those ins and outs about your team, so you can tap into them at any second. You pick them up the phone, you call them, hey, boom. Remember when you were working at that restaurant in Times Square? Remember those nights on a Saturday night when you weren't getting home until 5:30 in the morning from your 6 o'clock shift that you got into? Remember what got you going? Those are the kinds of things that you want to tap in and reach down, and you want them to visualize and automatically change their mindset. It's just saying, yes, you're right. Why am I not giving it as much effort? And guess what? I get more rewards out of doing this than ever of working for somebody else. That's what you got to do. Goals, dreams, expectations, motivators. That's what it is. Alrighty, we'll go on to the next one. This one will be quick and easy and painless. You won't have to listen to me ramble on about my illustrious, boring life. But no. Deadline for completion. Give time constraints. If you give somebody a goal to do, if you give them a project to do, you say, hey, listen, do me a favor, take care of this, call these 5 people, make sure at least get a contact, at least get a message, something. Give them a goal, and give them a time constraint on it. Leads, new connections, signups. There's no way you can actually give a time constraint on a sign up, because you never know. We'll get into it one time. I'm going to go over some closings and some leads with you, and I really think that you should really pay attention to those, because those are super powerful. Um, give them those constraints. Little kind of accountability never hurt anybody. Your team will have the same energy and determination as the leader. I don't know if I need to go into that one, but listen, guys, I'm not the best speaker in the world. One of my nicknames used to be Matty Mumbles. So it's kind of funny, but it's one of those things where you got to have the energy, you have that spunk, you got to lead by example. If you expect to sit back, grab two people and then sit back and just reap the rewards, that ain't going to happen. A lot of people that have been around MLM know that stuff, and it's not gonna fly. You need to be as determined and set the tone. I know my boy Ron, is an athletic director, which I would love to do. I got to be honest with you. I think that's a pretty cool job. But you gotta set the tone, man. You gotta set the tone for the rest of your team to follow suit. If it's sales, then you drive sales. If it's signups, then you drive signups. If it's a product base and you need to come out with a blitz, then you come out with that blitz stronger than anybody has ever seen before. And then guess what? And the next time you do it even stronger. You do it even stronger. It's one of those things. They're just going to follow by example. There's so many people out there that just think it's just going to come so easy, and they're in for such a rude awakening. Rude awakening. Kind of like when you wake up in the morning and your wife's sitting there banging on your head. Wake up, honey, wake up. But it's crazy. Next is important dates and times. Make sure you give everyone plenty of notice. Listen, this Google has been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And Diana, when you see this, I know we were supposed to do this in a smaller group, in a smaller forum, but said the heck with it. If I'm going to do this, I'm jumping 2 feet in, 2 feet first. And that's all I got to do. I wanted to put myself out there as transparent and as honest as you guys can see it. So this is I don't think you could do any more than what I just did today, because I didn't rehearse this, as you haven't told. I wrote this. What's this thing called? PowerPoint. I wrote this. My wife. I want to give credit where credit is due. My wife and I sat down probably about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know, whenever my buddy Ron was on vacation. We sat down and wrote this up and sent it over to him and our other sponsor, and just went over for review. And it's I know it kind of came up short notice, so I kind of not very good in that sense, but important dates, times, webinars, classes, functions, on-site, off-site, whatever the case may be, order deadlines. Make sure your team knows. It's very, very important to know, because if they don't know, they can't do anything about it. And who's to fault? Yeah, they are, but something. If you care about what happens to your team, it's you. It's on you. You got to take responsibility there. So that's quick. We'll quick and painless on that one. We'll move forward. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Did I really do that? Wow. All those years of time management, huh? Might just finish up perfectly. Very happy that after you guys hear me ramble some more. Um, Listen up, guys. Accountability to you and your team goes both ways. As my team grows, I'm accountable to them. As my sponsor is accountable to me, or I'm accountable to my sponsor, Ron, and them, and Diana, and Rex, and all those guys. I hold myself accountable to them. Whether they see it like that or not, I don't really know. I don't really care. I do. If they set a goal, if they set a job, if they're doing something that and they want results, I'm gonna do my darndest to get it done. I really, really, as a leader, you must keep your word. Do not make promises you can't keep. You know, um, I don't want to promise anybody that you'll have a sign up by a certain time. What I can promise you, I will do everything in my power to get you to your goal, to get you to your expectation as quickly as we can. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to get you 15 signups tomorrow. I'm not spamming my link out there saying, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this." No, I'm not. I'm going to be honest, and sometimes it may lose somebody. Somebody may end up getting all pissed off and leave. Hey, if that's what it is, that's what it is. I can't control that, but I will be honest. I will always watch my words very wisely. A lot of people will try and hold you to something that not necessarily you said, but somebody else said. It comes from the horse's mouth. There's no rumors. There's no other bull stuff that's gonna go on. If I say something to my team, I don't promise it. I do my best, and I will do everything in my power to make it come true. I can't promise you, but I got a pretty good track record, so we'll leave it at that. Um, as a leader, as your team grows, holding on to them, take notes every time. I mean, have a pen and paper, have a phone. I mean, we all have phones. I don't understand. I actually just got this new pretty cool phone the other day. It's not an iPhone. It's nothing to do with an iPhone at all. Honestly, I can't stand iPhones. Um, but it's this pretty cool phone from T-Mobile, and I am right on the top. You can freaking scroll down. You can grab it, and it can give you a quick note. Take notes. Take notes. Remember things. I'm not old, but I'm not young. I forget. My wife tells me it all the time. Mom, you said this. You said that. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. It's right here. I wrote it down. See, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. She's an amazing woman, and she holds me accountable to everything I do. That's my leader. She teaches me a lot. She doesn't give herself enough credit, and maybe I don't give her enough credit, but she does a lot to keep this house in order, keep the family in order. Excuse me. And that's really what it's about. Is don't make promises you can't keep. Take notes so you can follow up, so you can remember. I gotta get milk. Okay, I'm gonna get milk tonight, baby. That's all it's about. Um, you know, Make sure your team is doing what they told you. Facebook, IBO, Skype. Those of you, Facebook, everybody knows Facebook. I contacted you on Facebook. Skype, if you guys do not have Skype, I highly recommend it. It is probably one of the best things that I've started to use in my business that has helped me so much. I got my first 3 signups through people on Skype, and it was me saying, "Hey, listen, my Skype ID is this. Give me a call," and bing, bing, and Skype goes off. I think one of my first signups was from Cairo or Egypt. I mean, I don't know. My wife could probably refresh my memory. Um, but yeah, I think it's Cairo or Egypt. I'm not sure. IBO Toolbox. I know some of you that have been around me for a little while have heard me mention that. Probably not the first time I mentioned it. If you haven't heard of it, please get with me, and I can absolutely fill you in. We can do a phone call, a Skype call, a video call, a chat, whatever you want to do. I can give you the lowdown on IBO. It's great, unlimited lead source for free. Yes, is my mic on? Free, 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 free. The days of marketing, with an email blast and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, it works and it's still going to work, but it's the attraction marketing is all about the connection with the person, the connection and the value of who you are. People aren't, what's that quote? People don't buy what you do, people buy why you do it. Period. End of story. It's changing, it's different. They don't care what you do. They don't care about the company. They don't care about the compliment. They care about why are you doing it? What is it? That's why I'm in. It's just it. That's just it. The other thing is, and this is something that I'm gonna get with my team on, and when we start getting some craziness going on, I'm gonna be able to kind of reach out to them a little bit more. Is plan a weekly hangout. Stay connected with your team. Right now our team does conference calls every week, and it's quite hysterical. Ron's on there. Our sponsor Diana's on there, and she's awesome. She takes the time out of her day. She actually does some workshops during the week as well with our company, and they're all free. So if you're looking for those, let me know. But it's a connection. Don't let them just be a number. And honestly, if my team grows to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and I hope it does, and I see it happening, you still got to do it. Still got to do it. Just got to change the resource. I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like with 500 people on a conference call. That might get a little hectic, but there's conference rooms out there. There's things that you can log on to, and you can hold up to 2, 3, 400 people. I know there's people in our company that have huge teams, huge teams. And as the team grows, is they branch off and start doing their own thing, which is why I'm doing this. Is I want to start providing the value for my team and the people out there that can't necessarily, like I said, that can't necessarily get to a computer that has a flash player. Everybody lives on your iPhone or your iPad. Don't get me wrong, they're great inventions, but guess what? You found a flaw. There's no flash player. And it's something that I cannot get over, the fact that Apple overlooked that, but hey, it is what it is. But it's stay in touch. They put their trust in you, and you need to come through for them. They, as much as they look for the guidance. They look for you guys to show them what to do. Don't get me wrong. You can get your rock stars that aren't going to give two flying hoots about getting on a conference call and what have you. And if they're producing, great, they're producing. I would still pick up the phone, say, hey, Jimmy Joe, how you doing? All right, yeah, good. I saw you throw 20 people in on the team this week, man. I just want to call you personally, just say, hey, thank you, doing an awesome job. Is there anything that I can help you out with? Anything that you're looking for, or you might, think that can elevate your game to get 40 people next week. Just throwing it out there. But that's what it is. Stay connected with your team, no matter how big, how small. It doesn't matter whether it's one person or 15 people or 500 people. I think that's very, very important. All right, well, ladies and gents, I thank you for taking the time coming out. I, my friends, have just came to the last page of the presentation. and I will definitely, this will definitely be up, posted in YouTube or what have you. Please, if you see this and you enjoy it, you can absolutely leave me a comment here on YouTube. Let me know how I did. I'm sure they'll come a lot better and a lot smoother next time. And I said it was going to be an hour. And how you doing, guys? I know we see each other on Facebook or wherever we do this, but I think the picture on my profile is just a little bit old. Um, but I want to thank you guys for coming out. This is what I love doing. I love giving back. I love helping. I love trying to be there for whoever that wants it, needs it, and what have you. Um, I will absolutely, if you guys need anything, reach out to me on Facebook here. You need my phone number, you want to give me a call, I'll give you my phone number, 813-401-2190. Give me a call anytime you want. Love to hear more from you. Alrighty, well, I think that's it. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody can chat. I don't think there's a lot of people on here. So we'll catch you next time. Alrighty? Be good.